Houston and Rice Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the Rice Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The UL Monroe head coach told me before the game, he told me that his quarterback deserves all of the Heisman attention that he is receiving. We have seen what he's been able to do through the air. He is top 5 right now in the country in passing touchdowns, and he continues to improve in his ball security. I believe he belongs in that conversation for Heisman Trophy, but we'll keep you posted. This could change through the course of the season, but right now, he is on track to hear his name called in New York. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Meadows. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Looking for room, it's Meadows. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. A run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Warhawks.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Raiola. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rashada Downs going up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. You're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Got him right there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And wings it incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throwing right. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Mark him down right there, but he's got plenty for the first down and to keep this drive moving. The Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Into the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He'll pitch it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Meadows. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Got his man out of the backfield. Turn it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Warhawks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Boy, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The play fake, Raiola. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
They're all over him, looking deep down the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Wants to throw one first. Moves to his right. And he gets rid of it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll send the back in motion. And back to the air on 2nd down. Rush right in his face. At the 35, he's open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And, man, that is the hard part about playing defense nowadays. It's not the first play. It's the second play that you have to react to. It's a pass. Everybody's playing pass, but he has the ability to do that. And we've seen him do it today already. Just take off, make things happen. Now the QB over 100 on the day, and his legs, they're a problem.
You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Pulls it. Keeps it on the option. Can't get him to the ground. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Might as well run him again. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's Louisiana Monroe out front. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the red zone, it's Meadows. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
On the run, it's Meadows. There he goes. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Owls are facing third and inches. Looking for the edge. Quick toss. Breaks into the open. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Raiola to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it out. It's Meadows. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sees some running room. He's got the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly. Goes high to pull it in. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Gets the back moving. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Fires to the right. He's got it. Up at the 26 with the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for an alley. And he probably should have just handed that one off. He is snowed under in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Makes the pass. Out wide right, it's Meadows. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. On first down from the 13-yard line. This is a designed run. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Warhawks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. An 84-yard drive there, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Here's Raiola to throw. Gets rid of it.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Oh, pressure's coming. Upstairs to make the catch. He's there to make the sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Snap on first down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time They finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be third down as the clock runs before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pull it down. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
Booster. Let it go.
Drops back on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Arkansas, taking on the number 1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Razorbacks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29.
That gets them back above 500. They're now 3-2 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's a really good job by this defense because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, 3rd and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team? And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. He'll try to do it himself. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such...
Caught, and he's got room. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
And the Warhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Drives inside. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
The Warhawks line it up with a 1st and goal. Fires to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking downfield, it's Graves. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Lets it fly. Touchdown, UL Monroe. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
42, Rice, 7.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touch.